Hello, friends from Greensboro and the Triad area. Thank you for connecting with us, whether on campus or online. Please let us know how we can help you grow in the gospel, connect in community, and serve a mission. Last week, Pastor Tony took us to Mark 4, in which he helped us see that even the winds and the sea obey Jesus. These passages help us see that Jesus, the God-man, the one who gave his life in ransom, is part of the creation team that we see in Genesis 1. Then, Pastor Kevin took us to see that Jesus not just has power over creation, but his authority and power is over the spiritual world. In other words, Jesus is sovereign over all. Even demons and Satan must submit to his government and rule. Jesus is the stronger man. Jesus brings peace and freedom, and his power produces a right mind. Today, we will look at Mark 5:21 through 43. And it says that after crossing back to the other side of the sea, we notice a great crowd following Jesus. And in the midst of the crowd, we find two accounts. Jairus, the religious leader whose daughter is extremely ill. Listen to his plea in verse 23 when it says, "My little daughter is at the point of death. Come and lay your hands on her." That's a sound of desperation. Wouldn't any father identify with Jairus' desperation at this point? I would. If one of my daughter would be sick, yes, I would. And then we find that Jesus accepts Jairus' invitation to go to his house. And on his way to the house, a woman that had a bleeding issue for 12 years approached Jesus in a secret way. I can't imagine the agony and the desperation of this woman. I know what it's to live with a blood condition that there's no treatment to heal it and get rid of it. There's times where desperation can creep in. She was satisfied with just touching the hem of Jesus' robe. And she did. Unfortunately, many of us are satisfied with just an experience with Jesus from afar, instead of having a personal encounter with him. As you can tell from the passage, what we don't realize is that there's no casual encounter with Jesus. Verse 29 and 30 says, "And immediately the flow of blood dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her disease. And Jesus perceived in himself that power had gone out from him, immediately turned about in the crowd and said, 'Who touched my garments?'" When Jesus is dealing with sin in our lives or meeting a particular need that makes us plead for his intervention, he knows who is pouring his mercy into, or grace and life into. He deals with us personally, not casually. As you can notice from both accounts, Jesus healed the woman. Then he gets to Jairus' home and raises the little girl who had just died. Also, we will notice that Jairus and the woman postures before Jesus. Jairus knelt at his feet, and the woman trembled and fell at his feet. What is your posture before Jesus? One of chance encounter or one of intimacy and awe? Here's the take from this passage. Jesus deals with us close and personally. He's not far away God and impersonal. He desires to come to our lives, to our homes, close and personally. He wants to come to your life. He wants to live in your heart and rule with it with truth and grace. Jesus come to seek the lost and to have a relationship with whom who is humble and contrite in spirit and tremble at his word. Well, friends, I invite you to share this message with others. Please click on the like button, subscribe, and share this video with others. Also, come and let us worship the Lord together on Sunday morning. Just remember, him we proclaim.